not to generalize, but I feel like the wants and desires of humans can really boil down to two things. You have humans that really desire like more comfort, peace, security, calm, maybe like your introverts, again, not to be super general. And then you have the other camp, like your extroverts, which they desire more like excitement, thrill, adventure, and I guess like a faster pace of life versus a slower pace of life. For me personally, I definitely fall into that slower camp. I'm very like comfort driven, security driven, slow pace of life. And where I find that often gets to me, and I'm going to make sure that this all circles around. So where I find that gets to me is, let's say, for example, I do something. Like yesterday I went to an apple farm and we picked apples at this orchard and we just like walked the grounds and ate apples, and it was super, super calming and beautiful. And I have this tendency where when I experience something that puts me in my desired feeling state, which is calm, security, comfort, I have this need to want to just almost like, constantly pull on that lever. Like, okay, I need to figure out how do I make it my life's mission to own an apple farm so that I can feel this way every day as I walk the grounds and eat my apples. But when I came home and I had that like intense feeling, I decided to really kind of sit with myself for a little bit and get deeper. And I think what I came up with, a little framework, maybe this will be helpful for you too, or maybe it's really obvious and you already do this. If so, good on you. But whenever I say like I want something, especially if it's a material thing like a farm, if I say I want something or I want to do something, I will catch myself and I will say, what is the feeling that I am trying to produce by doing this thing or getting this thing? And what is the most natural, healthy, and sustainable way that I can achieve that feeling? So in my own mind, if I go to this apple farm and I have a beautiful time, a calming, relaxing experience, and that's what I crave, and so I want to pull on that lever and say, well, I want to do this every day. What's more sustainable? What's more realistic? What's more, present oriented? Is it to, spend the rest of my life trying to amass a certain amount of wealth so that I can someday purchase this orchard farm that I can walk, and then I'm creating a gap between where I'm at now and the obtaining of this material thing, when all I'm really trying to do is feel a certain way. I'm not trying to get the thing. I'm just trying to recreate the feeling. So the new way I'm framing that for myself is, again, what is the most natural, healthy, and sustainable way that I can create this feeling now for myself in the present moment without having to suffer for years and desire and aspire for years, when all I'm trying to do is just achieve a very simple, natural feeling. Like, for example, if you're the kind of person that likes to run higher and have stimulation and whatnot, go for an intense run. Like, that's really going to elevate you and give you those endorphins. For me, what's a very quick way to feel like I'm at the apple farm? I can meditate. I can do some breath work. I can do some yoga. I can drive 15, 20 minutes, thankfully, I'm very fortunate for this, but I can drive 15, 20 minutes and be out in the woods and walk a couple miles. And I'm sure I'm going to get that same feeling. So maybe you needed to hear this, maybe you didn't, it's incredibly obvious, but this has really felt impactful for me, and so I wanted to share it. Alrighty, take care. Bye from me and bye from Charlie, and wishing you an awesome day, wherever you may be.